Very good morning to one and all present here. Today we are going to have one of the most interesting topic on modern industrial practices, lean manufacturing applications. Let us see the basic background of lean manufacturing. First, let us understand what do you mean by lean manufacturing, or how the name has been coined like that. The primary aim of lean manufacturing concept is to identify the waste occurring in the production or manufacturing process. Identify the waste and eliminate the waste which is occurring frequently on the production process. Let us say waste due to improper inventory, wastage due to poor follow-up of production schedule plan. That may lead to mismatch in the work schedule, wastage due to lack of quality in the final end product, so that the customer may not able to compromise with the quality. So wastage will occur in multiple forms in a process which is going to add value to the product at the final stage. So the main essence of lean manufacturing is to control these wastages so that we can able to simplify the manufacturing system in an efficient way by producing more yield to the organization. And also at the same time, we can have a better customer relationship management by retaining the customer, by giving a value added service to the customer. Let us have the definition. What do you mean by lean manufacturing? It is a concept, a management concept, which strives for improvement of efficiency through reducing the wastages that are present within a manufacturing environment. This concept can be otherwise called as a value stream mapping tool. What is value stream mapping tool? Reducing the cost, wastage cost occurring in the production and enhancing the quality of production by giving a versatile product as per the customer expectation. So in Japanese term, the value stream mapping can be otherwise defined as MUDA. MUDA is nothing but the wastage that are categorized into 7 different levels. Like here, they have given the list which are seen below. So wastage due to scarcity of raw material, wastage due to human effort, mechanical, more human effort that leads to fatigue. Then manufacturing space, that is wastage of poor plant layout design. Then poor usage of tools and fixtures. Then schedule time, that is engineering time, job completion time. These are the primary things which are very seriously focused in the lean manufacturing environment. So this has to be minimized in order to develop a better product. So lean came from just-in-time strategy. How lean manufacturing and just-in-time both are embedded with each other. So the word just-in-time, that exactly says zero inventory. That is the material which you are procuring from the supplier into the inventory, directly into the inventory, that should be made into a finished product immediately without having any back storage within the shop floor. So how much amount of material you are ordering, to the same level you have to produce it as a finished product, and that should be moved to the customer market segment. There should not be any, the product should be kept in a queue or in for a future need or next day purpose. That will fetch inventory holding cost to the maximum extent. That in turn develops a more trouble in monitoring this efficiency of the inventory managed system. So we want to control the wastage in the excess inventory cost. Just in time tries to keep the level of inventory to be minimum. Safe inventory, the level of inventory to be at the level of minimum stock. So don't overstock the raw material beyond the production capacity, depending on the daily planning horizons. And moreover, just in time is based on the pull production system. So how much the customer wants, based on that we want to prepare the raw material and arrange for the production to produce the raw product from the raw material. Now let us understand what do you mean by a waste, the basic meaning. So any unproductive thing which adds big trouble to the production system is considered to be a waste, which does not add value or any purpose from the customer centric point of view, are called as a waste. Here they have given some examples. The product which is stored for a longer duration, that is going to be a waste. If it is not marketed, it is going to be a waste. It does not add any value to the production supply chain. And spending more amount of time for inspection, delaying the products, allowing the products to wait in the queue. These are some of the unproductive tasks. So we have to seriously review the non-value added activities and streamline those things into a valuable one which fetch the profit to the organization. So we want to control these kinds of wastages at the initial level itself by implementing just-in-time strategy pull production system. Don't have too much a maximum inventory that will be taken into account as a scrap in the later stage. And the 7 different forms of waste can be briefly classified into various subsystems. So we can see overproduction. So we should not produce the product more than the customer what they expect, and correct the queuing system, measure the idle time. If it is maximum, try to minimize the idle time, waiting time of a job in the queuing system. Simplify the part movement, then transportation, moving the material from plant or between the work centers, handling more than once is a waste. So don't frequently use the material handling device unwantedly. When there is a need for a production, during that time you can effectively use the material handling vehicle for transferring the raw material from between the 2 work centers. Rest of the time you can keep the material handling devices in a separate storage area within the warehouse location. Then inventory, unnecessary raw materials, you should not have an account of it. So try to have a minimum safety stock or work in process inventory as possible, and that can be met out in the emergency situation. Don't have too much of inventory. That will become a big trouble in later part of the production cycle. Then avoid unnecessary or unproductive motion of a vehicle or a people. Follow standard industrial engineering principles like a motion study, time study. Simplify the complex motion into a more easier one, so that the people and material handling instruments can be used within a less span of time without wasting the time of production. Over processing. Don't pile up too much of products within the tight schedule. Understand the production plan sequence, how much you are going to produce it today. Depending on that, you try to perform the work. Don't pack the work within the tight schedule. Then identify the defective product, try to rework, take into account as a scrap. Don't mix the scrap waste product with the existing product. Categorize it and maintain a separate inventory that is called as the scrap inventory, which will take care of all waste. Now we will see what are the major techniques followed in lean manufacturing. The first one is the 5S. It is purely used for maintaining housekeeping purpose. So in industry, housekeeping plays a major role, cleaning the machineries by providing a mop, cleaning the floor of the shop, providing safety instructions on the wall with the necessary picture illustrations. These are the primary duty the 5S department has to do. The next one is a single minute exchange of time. This thing we are going to see in brief the next slide. And the third one is a Kanban system, which is nothing but a pull production system. The last one is a cellular manufacturing system. So this tries to categorize the similar work material and similar missions based on the design and manufacturing attributes. Categorizing the jobs based on the geometry and design and also on the operation sequence, so that we can create a manufacturing cell, a closed loop, so that similar activities will be carried out in one particular place. So different operation cannot be mixed up in that particular mission cell. For example, let us take a turning operation. A group of similar operations will be carried within the turning center. Drilling operation, that will be carried in a separate mission cell. So identifying the similarity of the job operation depending on the geometry and the design, the model make of the component. Now we are going to focus on single minute exchange dies. So what exactly the single minute exchange dies tells about the concept of lean manufacturing. The method which directly focus on the rapid phase transferability of one product to the another product, to the next stage. Let us see the understanding how. Let us take a simple CNC example. Okay, so for a new batch of product which is yet to be arrived in a machining center, so we have to be aware about the following the different sets of parameters to be designed within a machine setup. So changeover tools for the batch, then offset for the new tools. What is the offset time? Tool offset time, changeover time, tool changeover time for the batch, for one batch to the next batch. Then loading the CNC program into the machine for processing the job instructions, then validating the output. So these are called as setup time per lot. It is nothing but the total setup time per batch is calculated based on these inputs. Then The parts which is yet to be processed, run parts, how this can be calculated? Material handling and loading time per piece. So measure the time of loading the part onto the machine. Then measure the cycle time, start and end, waiting time. Then unload, find out the unloading time and visual inspection time. So these parameters are come into the material handling and loading time for individual piece to be calculated. So depending on that, we can able to construct the time chart. This can be otherwise called as a bar chart. So here we can see two different bar chart. That is before implementing single minute exchange die, you can see the wastage in the process changeover time, which is said to be nearly 2 hours from the part A to part B. That is transferring the job from part A to part B. It takes 2 hours of time limit. After implementing the single minute exchange die concept, so it reduces to 45 minutes. So this is the changeover process that can be improved by using single minute exchange die concept. Here they have given the causes, internal, external causes for having long cycle time, that is a 2 hours. So these are the root causes which is given here. Why we could not able to cope up within the shorter span of time. So the following are the external elements of work. The machine is still running. For example, get the next tool, get all your clamps, get lifting equipment in proper place, put away in a proper stacking sequence, then internal causes of various elements. So change the tool, adjust the depth, so technical specification, feed rate and depth of cut, sharpen the tool. These are some of the internal and external causes that lead to have an enlargement of time to the longer duration. So we want to control these internal and external causes such that we can able to find out some improvement in the minimization of the process time, changeover process time. This is the main aim of single minute exchange die. What are the benefits of single minute exchange die concept? So by doing simplification in the job process, changeover rate, we can able to increase the maximum throughput, maximum output we can able to produce within the minimum duration. We can able to eliminate the setup errors, error due to fixing a tool, error due to fixing the job. So these kind of elemental errors can be avoided by keeping a modular design fixture for assistance, then increases utmost safety in the workflow, and we can able to reduce the cost of setup time by by providing automated fixtures, reducing the waiting time and inventory buildups. Then overall we can able to decrease the waiting time by improving the required skill level of the operator. Now I'm going to change my level of discussion entirely. So far, I just told you what is lean manufacturing, what are the basic essence, what is the origin point of lean manufacturing that comes from just-in-time concept. It is nothing but a full production concept, a Kanban production. Then we have seen what are the list of techniques under lean manufacturing, list of tools used, 5 years single minute exchange die, cellular manufacturing and Kanban system. In that we saw a specific focus on a single minute exchange die, and later we saw what are the benefits attained using this novel concept in the production process manufacturing environment. Now I'm going to change the entire the concept by connecting with the state of art, the modern technological application. It is this is this proposed technology is considered to be of a great need in future scenario. And in today, there are a lot more remedial measures are taken by the industry to shift their major industry to step in order to step on to the AI environment, artificial intelligence. So now we are going to connect the lean manufacturing concept with the future technology, that is artificial intelligence. So using this AI concept, how we are going to control the wastage much more better than the conventional idea using computational or smart intelligence. And these are the literature, current literature, the field of application which is given here. At present, in abroad countries, AI can be used for developing video games, interface application. It is used in banking, retailer outlet, then commerce and other government setups. And in the manufacturing sector, particularly automobile assembly line unit, that is called as industrial automation. It is the next phase of robotics. AI, artificial intelligence, is the advanced version of the robotics, what we are seeing in the industry revolution, the third revolution at present. So AI means that a superhuman intelligence. So it has the tendency to think like a human being with emotional intelligence. Similar like decision making, reacting to a problem, how to solve the problem. Like a natural human being, the same similar way, the AI will try to uh, imitate the natural behavior of the human persons. And these are the various, the transformation occurred in the AI, the recent past literature survey. The first one is assisted intelligence. This is called as a machine learning. Machine learning. So here there are different types of learning called as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So here we require a part of a human contribution, both human and machine interface together in order to do the proposed task or any job. The next advanced platform is augmented intelligence. So that is a visualization, 3D visualization of a product component or a design. Then last one is autonomous intelligence. So without the aid of a human being, the machines itself will take a necessary decision to control the entire the production shop floor, right from the raw material arrival and the departure of the finished goods on time to the market. Now let us see the application of AI in shop floor, that is automobile production line. Let us take the application of a cognitive robot. Cognitive robot is nothing but it works on the basis of human psychology. It tries to work with a better understanding about the physical process, how to do the work, based on which these kind of robots will execute more than a normal human being. These are some the points which is connected in line with the background picture, helping the operator to improve the uptime production, picking up the objects of different size category. Okay, so these are some of the area where we can use a cognitive robot. So it can be otherwise called as a knowledge engineering. So the human knowledge can be fed into the machine. So it will apply the basic sense, and with that thinking ability, it will react to the final decision to be made. how this technology is going to impact the future in manufacturing, future of manufacturing. So these are the statistical inference, the information which is given based on the review of literature. So application of artificial intelligence in defense sector. So let us take an example of unmanned aircrafts, military aircrafts. In that application, we can coin this AI technology. Then application of AI in vehicle scheduling, military vehicle scheduling, data security process, surveillance application. So in all this area, we can use the concept of AI. So now I'm going to coin these two separate domain into a unified version, that is Lean Industry 4.0. So the combining of lean manufacturing principle with Industry Revolution 4, together we can say as Lean Industry 4.0. So this is our future industry. So our future industry is going to be constructed in this way, using all latest technologies like Internet of Things, digital twins, blockchain technology, cyber security systems, big data analytics. So all those things are going to help the manufacturing field in future world. Finally, I conclude that AI process can very well able to predict and prevent the production waste by detecting the area of loss and prescribing the major area to be reviewed more serious, so that we can reduce the product defects and inefficiencies. To summarize, waste is nothing but one of the strategic operation loss which occur in manufacturing. So factories should take serious effect by going for AI technologies in future as an integral part in lean manufacturing technology, so that we can able to improve the process continually to minimize the waste. So with this, I end my meeting. I thank each and every one for joining in this meeting. Thank you one and all. We will see in another occasion with a very interesting topic.